Dr. Hargens, Board Chair David Jones Jr., and members of the Jefferson County Board of Education. This evening, we have the honor of receiving a student demonstration of learning from the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. The purpose of the group is to provide the superintendent and her senior staff with feedback on ways the district can improve students' overall experience. Tonight, we have 4 teams and 2 individuals from the Superintendent Student Advisory Council. They will give a brief presentation about bullying prevention. Our first person to present is Eric Dietrich. He's an Atherton High School student. Will you please come forward to begin your presentation?
Hello, my name is Eric Dietrich, and my group mates were Hannah Sutherland and Jonathan Freck. They were not able to make this meeting, but they certainly participated in the creative process and legwork going into this presentation. First of all, our idea is stop the bullying. Pretty simple, right? So what is bullying? Bullying is when a person is being repetitively harassed, intimidated, disrespected, embarrassed, targeted, tormented, made fun of, or maliciously manipulated by others. Essentially, bullying is a broad subject, and it can affect a lot of people. And what I want to convey with this slide is that it's not a narrow definition. There can be a lot of forms of bullying, and with more technology, there can be a lot of methods by which that is carried out as well. How does bullying impact students? It can contribute and cause feelings of inferiority, low self-esteem, and depression, and widens the rift between students, continuing the cycle. Essentially, bullying can have some real long-term impacts on people, and that is why we should be so concerned with solving it, because it can affect people long past their educational life. So, our solution to the problem is stop the bullying. First of all, you see it, you say it. The prevention of bullying is a team sport, and to prevent it, we need to be aware if we're enabling bullies by letting it slip by unchallenged. My proposal to solve this is tip boxes and bullying hotlines that work to encourage students to speak out without the peer-to-peer repercussions that sometimes happen when speaking out. Next, talk about it. Bullying is the symptom, but not understanding how to deal with those different than you is the cause. Having a short class where students are encouraged to discuss their differences and gain mutual understanding to mitigate that misguided emotion that is bullying can stop bullying before it goes into the classroom and affects people negatively. Next, one community. We believe, my group members and I, that uniting against bullying is key to counteracting it. To stop bullying, we need to create a culture that is counteractive to the culture of bullying. Having a field day just once a year and encouraging students to work together beyond their immediate friend group develops a sense of community that stops bullying in its tracks and encourage people to work together and feel connected to their fellow students to speak out for that. Finally, please don't be complacent. Bullying can have effects leading far into adulthood, and for that reason, we should never be satisfied with anything less than nothing. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Our next group will be Brown School student Evan Thompson, ESL Newcomer Academy student Jerome Rahumrusa, and Academy at Shawnee student Milan Bailey. Please come forward to begin your presentation.
Hello, my name is Milan Bailey, and I am the student representative for the Academy at Shawnee, and I am here to discuss the problem of bullying. Bullying can be defined as the discrimination or harassment against a group or set individual. Bullying is an existing and continuous problem in schools. Bullying is very diverse, and no one is safe from the effects of it. Bullying comes in many different forms, such as verbal, physical, and cyber. Within the parameters for physical bullying, sexual harassment and abuse are included, as this is targeted against a set individual. The problem occurs primarily in schools between students, even targeting students with special needs.
All right. Hello, my name is Evan Thompson, and I'm the student representative of the Brown School. I'm here to discuss the effects of bullying. When bullying occurs, students can often feel alone or isolated, regardless of the type or the media in which it's conveyed. From physical bullying, the victim can often be left physically scarred with bruises, cuts, and sores, and with mental bullying, they can be left with the same sort of trauma going deep into their adulthood, as the Atherton representative Eric Dietrich said. And like physical bullying, sexual harassment can leave the victim feeling stressed, depressed, or alone. And what we can do with this is to solve the problem of bullying, we should implement student group therapy or tip boxes. This student group therapy has been used previously in In Just Between Teens, a JCPS-based program in which the administrator would talk to the group and explain how serious bullying is. This group would include past victims, former bullies, and anyone who felt compelled to speak at said events. And it would be really just group counseling to better comprehend how bullying is in their set student environment. And with tip boxes, this could be set locations spread throughout the school in which anonymous students or even named students could drop off notes to the said counselor if they can't get to them to a certain day due to scheduling, to tell them how they felt or if there was a serious problem that they needed to talk about or they were restricted so that they couldn't speak to them in person.
Hi, I'm Jerome from East Unicum Academic, and we hope for the future by allowing the students to speak at the group's season. A great weakness will be protected with the groups. We hope that this meeting can change the protection on the problem that is. We hope that this meeting change the protection on the problem that is bullying and rise great weakness. With the opening of the type boxes, schools counselor will have a nice time hearing that voice of the student body who may be too scared to speak about the bullying problem in personal. Thank you.
Our next group to present is Butler Traditional High School student Sylvia Ramsey, Moore Traditional School student Miriam Khalil, and Ballard High School student Maya Woolfolk. Please come forward to begin your presentation.
Hello, my name is Miriam Khalil, and this is the No Bullying Allowed.
My name is Maya Woolfolk. I'm a senior at Ballard High School.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Ramsey, and I'm a junior at Butler Traditional High School.
So our little project is called No Bullying Allowed, and I'd like to point out before we start that we include in our presentation some information about all of our different schools, but the programs that we suggest we really think could be implemented across the whole county. So that's really important because we have differences amongst our schools.
To start off, what is bullying? Bullying can be intentional or unintentional. It can be in a form of verbal, physical, or cyberbullying. The government definition of bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has potential to be replaced over time.
So how do victims feel? A lot of times victims can feel helpless, they feel targeted, they feel unwanted, and that can make them feel quote unquote deserving of the bullying, even though we know that they're not. And so a lot of victims are unable to perform in school and out of school when they feel this way.
Why do people bully? People often bully because they are frustrated and they lash out as a result. Students can also bully because of a lack of understanding of situations. Peer pressure is also involved in bullying. If one person bullies, then another person should bully to get into a social group. Behaviors learned from home can also be taken into school. And then having conflicting beliefs and values can also cause people to bully each other.
Includes Ballard High School, which had a small number of students aware of bullying. At Butler, there's a no bullying contract that is given to students. At Male and Moore, weekly classes to give awareness to students about bullying.
So our school's preventive measures. At Ballard, we offer a peer mediation course, so students can help other students work out their issues without having to get adults involved, hopefully, but that's the goal. And at Butler, they offer a class to hopefully address bullying and nip it in the bud and keep it from happening in the first place. And they also have seniors mentor younger students so that they can kind of lead them on the path. At Male, counselors are really involved with students and preventing bullying from happening, and they're really, really vigilant amongst the student body to watch out for things that might be happening. And at Moore, they have a tiered punishment system, so students are warned, and then as things keep happening, the offenses get stronger and stronger.
We came up with the best 2 ways to address bullying by seminars and positive self-image classes.
So a weekly seminar we propose would be just once a week, and students would be a random mixture. So that includes any grade level, so in high school, 9 to 12, freshman to senior, and then also any class level. I'm talking comprehensive, honors, advanced placement, because there's a lot of stratification in schools, and I think that helps lead to the problem of differences, and you're with the same people all day a lot of times. And so if you get mixing at some point, you can talk about world issues, social issues, and even school issues, and get different opinions in the mix. And that way, you can kind of let your feelings out and learn something about someone that you wouldn't have known before.
All right, a positive self-image class. This would be a daily class in all grade levels. This class would teach about happiness, because happiness has to be taught just like everything else, just like math or English or science. The class would teach children how to view both themselves and others in a positive light. So just because someone has a difference, that they would be looked upon positively and they wouldn't be shunned. Or it would allow students to express their feelings, and it would allow them to see different outlooks in scary situations, because the teacher would lead them and let them figure out for themselves how they feel about things. This class would impact all grade levels, but it would be especially concentrated in the elementary schools, because that is where we need to build the foundations of self-confidence and self-image, and to be positive towards each other, because a lot of bullying stems from insecurities, and because you're insecure, you want others to feel insecure as well. And the entire student body would be affected, and hopefully many of the reasons why bullying occurs would be nipped in the bud, because there would be no more insecurities. And then hopefully students would build bonds with each other, and they would be allowed to feel a sense of community. All right, we need to stop treating the symptoms of bullying and begin to treat the causes. All right, we thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Group 3, Central High School Magnet Career Academy student Jasmine Scott. Southern High School student Danyar Ridgelokloff, please come forward to begin your presentation.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Scott, and I'm a junior at Central High School.
My name is Daniel Rajalov, and I'm a junior at Southern High School.
So I think we are all aware that bullying presents many problems for students in Jefferson County and all around the country. But today we want to talk about some of the solutions that we feel will work in JCPS and in certain schools. So at Central High School, I personally have experienced a special needs bullying problem, and I think that stems from the inability of students to communicate with special needs students. And so we've come up with some things that will help solve this problem.
However, these problems at my school do not occur that often, because the conduct for special needs bullying is really high, and the consequences are really punishable, and people know this, and they don't do this. And also, we have programs such as Best Buddies program, which is when once a month or twice a month, a student and a special needs kids get together and they talk about their issues. They're like best friends. They talk about everything they need. They have someone else to talk with, share their problems, This helps this helps them feel good about themselves, feel strong and positive.
So another thing is when seniors have electives, they could aid the teachers that are teaching the special needs classes. And additionally, we could involve the special needs students in extracurricular activities such as sports or certain clubs or activities. This will help the students who are not special needs build relationships with the special needs students, see them as people that have they have interests, and they're not just someone that has a disability. And it'll also help the special needs students make connections and build their social skills. So another problem that we have seen is high school cliques, and people tend to stay in their comfort zone and don't necessarily branch out. And also younger students who don't have the strong support system or a role model to look up to. So we've also come up with some solutions for that.
Some solutions can be like after-school activities such as garden projects, school ground keep-ups, car washes and repairs. I know we had this 2 weeks ago. It was called Give a Day at my school. It was really helpful, and students from all different like races and like parties, like not parties, but like different groups, genders came together and they talked as one. Like some people never talked to each other all year long, and these people came together and helped out our community and they just took a day out of their lives. And this helps them, you know, come together and stop bullying, bring peace into our community.
So by involving the older students and the younger students and even the teachers in activities that will, outside of the classroom, will help to create a positive community and a positive environment that will enforce no bullying allowed. And we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next group is DuPont Manual High School student Alexis Ming, Eastern High School student Emma England, and Doss High School student Bobby Wall. Please come forward.
Good evening, I'm Bobby Wall from Doss High School.
Hi, I'm Emma Engelman. I'm a junior at Eastern High School.
Hello, I'm a junior at DuPont Manual High School. My name is Alexis Ming.
Bullying is a severe problem that occurs at all grade levels in every school.
It would be ideal to implement I Am Me Week, which is an annual program to introduce and discuss the diversity found in JCPS. All students should be fluent in the language of acceptance.
I Am Me Week is a week-long program that will focus on 4 main points of awareness, prevention, teaching, and involvement.
Elementary level students will be introduced to many different cultural backgrounds, disabilities, including but not limited to physical and mental diversities, and will focus on accepting individuals for who they are.
At the middle school level, we would like to focus on the question, what can we do? By furthering education in topics introduced in elementary, it would help prepare students for social encounters in everyday life.
In high school, students will focus on interaction between diverse groups of people. Mentors will be used for building students to help them become leaders and to help them get into parts of the future to where they can be leaders. Okay, I Am Me Week game plan. So our game plan is to implement the 4 main points mentioned earlier through different activities, through peer mediation and peer mentoring, interactions in large and small groups, Best Buddies, a program mentioned earlier that allows students to connect with students with disabilities, and community involvement through service learning.
The achievable goals for every grade level are set and for set individuals and in classrooms. For an individual, the goal is to display knowledge and acceptance. The difference is okay. As all districts should, we would like to include all students to encourage the diminution of high rates regarding bullying in all school environments. And as a whole, the community, the goal is to increase all diverse interactions to further fortify our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our last presentation will be from Western High School student Darshay Kane. Please come forward to begin your presentation.
Hello, my name is Darshay Kane. I'm a junior at Western Early College High School. As a part of addressing bullying during the school year, student leaders, myself included, began to take a look at the core reason as to why bullying exists. I discovered that much of bullying roots from lack of diversity, students not understanding others from various backgrounds. Western addresses bullying by having considerate counselors that are open to talk about any situation. We have security guards that are friendly and will end any situation that involves bullying. As part of my mission to fix bullying, I sought out to understand diversity, locally and in New York. In New York, I studied diversity among neighborhoods and paired with people of different religion, race, and genders. Ways to end bullying could be to learn how to accept others regardless of their flaw, race, gender preference, and religion. With that, I feel like once a week, Western should have a peer group meeting with people of different race, religion, and genders to get an understanding of where they all come from. Thank you.
Students, will you please come forward? Joining in the recognition will be the principals, area superintendents, the board member, and the superintendent. If you'll please come forward. Dr. Hargens and members of the Jefferson County Board of Education, this concludes our recognitions for this evening. Thank you.